I wanted to jump on real quick to share a story with you. I was out of state this past weekend and ended up chatting with an older lady who is in the process of selling her home. As the conversation evolved, she expressed concern and aggravation with her current listing agent. We'll call her Mrs. Seller. Mrs. Seller said when she initially interviewed a couple of agents to list her home, she ended up hiring the agent that promised her a significant amount of money for her home. So Mrs. Seller ended up listing her home with this agent, and after several weeks, the listing agent suggested they do a price reduction. Mrs. Seller agreed, and they continued to have showings but no offers. Then the listing agent approached Mrs. Seller to ask permission for another price reduction. Here's where Mrs. Seller gets mad. She knew in her gut that she should have hired the realtor who was able to provide her with the most marketing, advertising, exposure, as well as the one who had the most experience and knowledge of the current market, even if it meant that the suggested list price was lower than what the hired agent promised her. The moral of the story is, don't hire the agent that tells you your home is worth far more than fair market value. All realtors in one local market are using the same comparable properties to value your home. Some realtors will just give the sellers an outrageous number far above fair market value just so that they will get hired to sell the home, only to have their sellers get discouraged when their home is not selling and they are having to do multiple price reductions. I always err on the conservative side when I give a homeowner a market analysis. It's the honest approach. Ultimately, the market will speak for itself and tell the seller what their home is worth, regardless of list price. Please reach out if you have further real estate related questions, 603-566-6806.